Hi, I'm Brian Bielansky, and this is my response to the question of tell me about yourself for the job interview. So, I've spent most of my career as a journalist for the past 20, 23, 24 years. I've worked with local newsrooms throughout the country in Wisconsin and in Minnesota, as well as national news organizations like CNN and CBS, and then in local news again in big markets in New York City and in Los Angeles. I currently work for KCBS as a writer and a producer here in Los Angeles, and I've been doing that for about the last month or so since we moved out here. So over the course of that career, I've had an opportunity to interview lots of different people, from normal folks being affected by natural disasters, all the way up to presidents of the United States. I even had the opportunity at one point in time to interview Mikhail Gorbachev when he was the president of the Soviet Union. So it's been a pretty remarkable experience that I've had. Throughout that time, I've had the opportunity to learn a lot, and I was helped by mentors along the way. Most recently, I've taken that experience and started helping other young journalists, help them get to know what they need to know to be able to exceed in their careers. So it's almost been kind of like teaching an impromptu master's class every day at work, which is something I've really come to enjoy. Also, part of my experience level through the last 20 years has been gaining an extraordinary technical knowledge in my industry. Being able to utilize satellite and fiber optic transmission technologies, for example. Those technologies are very important to my job, and it's very interesting to know that a lot of people who do what I do don't have those skills. So it's a combination of editorial skills and technical skills, which I have been able to use throughout my career to give me an opportunity to advance to different levels and to different positions. Also, I have skills for fixing things. I've spent most of my life working around race cars and building them and taking them apart and fixing them, sometimes in a kind of impromptu way, which you have to do during a race or during a racetrack. So those kinds of problem-solving skills I bring with me when I come to the job site. Also, as part of a producing role in a newsroom, I have to use my judgment and decision-making skills to decide which stories to use, which reporters to send in those stories, and to determine what form and format those stories take. And those decisions making skills and judgments come from 20 plus years in the business and understanding what is important to the viewer, what is important to the management of the television station, so that they get what they need out of it, which of course is to have viewers who are helping people and viewers who are enjoying the newscast so that they can continue to watch the newscast, and then of course we get the revenue from that because the advertising sales are tied to how many people are viewing. So, using those judgment and decision-making skills has been really important, especially as a producer, because if you choose the wrong news stories or you don't put them in the proper format, no one watches the newscast. So, that's something that I've been really proud of. In addition to that, I've spent a lot of time managing personnel and financial resources with my different positions, especially my position when I was at CBS and working with a new startup organization, the Network News Service. During that time, I was the head of a department, a small department, but the head of a department that had several employees, as well as responsibility for managing a budget in excess of $3 million a year. So I had to learn on the fly about budget management and budgeting, and I had to negotiate contracts with different vendors, preferred customer status because of the volume of work we've done. So as you can see, I've got a pretty wide breadth of experience over the years, and that breadth of experience is what I bring to the table and why I think